well. Cool. So today is class number 2 for Women Empowered. We're going to start off with some mobility, some movement. Henry, you want to get us started?
Let's do it. Come on up, you guys, in base. Everyone stand up. Excellent. Okay, let's move around a little bit. Let's warm up a little bit. So we're going to have our feet shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, circles. Yep. All the way around. And then change directions. Full range here. Loosening up. Excellent. Put your feet together. Knees. Let's do little circles with the knees. Hands on your knees, and we're circle, circle, circle. And now we'll change directions. Go the other way. Beautiful. Tell them they can both do the class, Tracy. Excellent. Okay, right arm comes up, shoulder all the way back, and forward. Let's go, guys. We're doing jiu-jitsu here. Today's the day. Let me back up a little for you guys. Other arm, straight back, full range. Other way forward, coming forward. Nice. Excellent. Try this one. So this one, you bend your knees. Just like, start by just bending your knees. Yeah, just bend down, bend down, bend down. And then what happens is let your arms swing opposite those bends, and the swing's opposite, opposite. So I'm not using my arm strength, I'm only using my legs to make my arms whip. Warming up your knees here and your legs a little bit. And now do the same thing, bend over and do the same thing. So your arms are swinging completely limp, like a windsock. You know those guys at the car dealerships? There's no life in the arms. Just the legs.
Great analogy.
Excellent. Okay, come on up, you guys. Let's squat down. We're gonna roll back and break the fall. So just keep your head off the ground when you squat.
Your chin tucked to
roll
your
back.
chest. Roll back.
Yep. Don't let your head touch. Okay, let's rock around. Loosen up your spine here a little. I'm pivoting and I'm rocking like a turtle here. Boom and boom, boom and boom. Excellent. Good. And now lay flat on your back. Both feet planted on the ground next to your hips. And let's get this nice bridge and just touch the mat. Look in the direction and touch and back.
And make sure you're watching the hand that is reaching. So keep looking at your fingers as you reach. Reach, bridging off that back leg and reaching.
Excellent.
All right, now from here, let's stay down. Everyone follow us. So what we're gonna do from here, I'm gonna use my arms. I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna act like I'm grabbing something. Okay, I'm gonna grab something here. Now I'm gonna push off my feet and pull myself down, right? I'm gonna pull myself down, keeping my chin tucked here.
Boom. And keep your head off the ground.
Head off the ground, so important, keeping your chin tucked.
Again?
So one more time, I'll do it this way. So I use my hands, like I sit up, I grab, and then I pull it back down.
Boom.
Try it again, sit up, grab, pull it back down. You can grab your own wrist when you sit up. Grab your own wrist, pull yourself back down.
Did we tell them to get out of gallery view? We forgot to tell them.
Yes, you guys should all
be in speaker view. If you guys were still in gallery view, it's hard to see us on gallery view. We just wanted you to see all the party and then go back to speaker view. Sorry for not telling you to get back in the party. Most of you already did though.
Good catch, good catch.
Back to speaker view so you only see us and it's easier to focus on the details.
Great, so we're back down. Sit up, grab your own wrist, pull it back down. Sit up, grab your own wrist, pull it back down. Up and down.
Now try this one, Eve. You can warm up with that one as well.
Oh yes, cool. So watch this movement.
I'll do it from this angle if you want to keep it.
Yeah, I'll do it from this angle here. So my arms are gonna start at 90 degrees here. If you can put your hands all the way down to the mat, great. If not, no worries. You can keep them wherever's comfortable for your shoulder. My hands are down, watch. My hips are gonna go up. 3 things happen. Hips up, hands down, and I'm gonna turn my head at the same time. Okay, so look, hips up. My hands slide all the way down towards my heels, and I look to the side. Try it again. Hips up, head turns. Hips up, head turns. Hips up, head turn. Hips up, hands down. Everything at once. Bridge those hips as high as you can and turn your head to the side. You guys, this is not just like some move from a Madonna video. This is actually gonna play into a technique that we're gonna do later. Okay, the hand goes down, turn your head. Great. Good movements.
All right. We are ready, you guys. Let's do some base get-ups here as well. So everyone fold your legs, ankle to ankle, one leg up, one leg down. Okay, just like this. You're gonna put both hands down on the side of your flat leg. Side of the flat leg, hands are gonna go down. And I'm gonna jump that way and get up in base. So both hands down, push off both feet, jump and stand up back there in base. And put your hands down and jump back in. Slide tackle right back into the party. Looking good, great, Yvette.
Nice.
Both hands down, big jump, go.
Hands down and we're up.
And we're up, and hands down and swing back in. Nice, little ninja style,
Make
good.
sure your front ankle is in front of your coiled ankle here. Right?
Good, Jennifer, let's do it, guys, big jump, go.
Hands down and we're pushing back.
Back up, back down. Nice, 2 more, go. 1, and back in, and go. Jump back, and back in. Excellent.
All right.
Switch sides?
Yeah.
Other leg,
Switch legs.
hands down, both hands down, load up. You guys push off both feet and jump, go. And jump back in. Hands down, jump.
These don't land on my fingers.
What do you think I was worried about when you were doing it? 2 more. 1, 2. Excellent. We made it.
I'm out of breath. You always do this to me. Now
We
you're
haven't
on
even, this doesn't even fit jitsu, you
I
guys.
know.
We just
I know.
started. This is the warm up. Okay.
top.
Welcome, you guys. Lesson number 2 of the Women Empowered program, which we're going to talk about some standard wrist releases. Right, there are standard, there are inverted ones you'll cover in a future class, and we're going to talk about trap and roll, 3 variations of that today as well. So starting with our standard wrist releases, the situation is pretty clear. Someone wants to grab you by the wrist. No one should grab you by the wrist once you're over 3 years old. Someone wants to grab you by the wrist and wants to take you somewhere that you don't want to go. And if you don't know what to do, what are you likely to do? Whether they're grabbing with 1 hand, which we're going to cover today, as well as 2 hands, or 2 on 2. All of these we're going to cover. What is someone likely to do who gets their wrist grabbed who doesn't have a technical strategy from here? Maybe they try to rip their hand out, rip, one option. What's another option? Try to hit me in the face and try to knock me out. The challenge is this. If Eve doesn't want to come with me, she's going to make her base. She's going to get a stance, which is a very good idea. The problem is from her stance, she can't keep her base and, touch my face please, at the same time.
I go.
And that's the biggest problem here, is that your desire to want to hit the person will actually play into their strategy of abduction or isolation.
So we want to keep our base, but get our wrist back, and it looks like this.
Check it out. And we're out, okay? Let's show you guys what we did here, the details, then we'll do it solo. Check it out.
So watch, I shuffle in, I drive my elbow forward, and I disengage. Pretty simple. One more time. So I'm here, I have my strong base, I'm leaning back, and I want my elbow to touch his elbow. So watch my leg, my back leg goes first, my front leg, and now I can drive my elbow to his. This is the impossible angle where he can no longer hold my wrist from here.
Yeah, that's the whole idea, ladies. Instead, naturally, you want to pull out, pull your hand out. And pulling, the grip gets tighter. But when Eve leans her elbow towards mine, she's actually prying her hand out of the grip. But this requires her to get closer to me, which is counterintuitive to say the least. Going in is not natural when someone's trying to pull you, because you essentially have to give something to get something back.
Right.
So in practicing this solo, the most important part of this move is the ability to keep base while shuffling in and still prying your arm out in base. So the footwork is the whole move for today, as well as that elbow pry, which we're going to talk about solo
So
now.
let's start with the footwork.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone can start. Your base is a little bit wide, and we're leaning. Let's lean to our left side here.
Which
So we're all
means
leaning.
they're probably pulling you to this way, okay? So everyone imagine they're pulling on your right wrist, so you're leaning back towards your left side. Everyone get that position, lean to your left.
That's it. Okay, and now we're gonna practice the shuffle step. Watch, I move my left leg first and then my right.
And still land in base. You have to land back in the base.
And now we're gonna shuffle back, right to left. And just practice this shuffling. Here, left, right, here we go. Don't even worry about the hand movement too much right now. Just worry about the footsteps. Here, so look, my foot comes in and then my other foot steps out. Comes in, my other foot steps out. Comes in and out. Okay, let's do it a little bit faster, just this. Boom, 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 boom. Great, so now we've got the footwork. Let's talk about the arms here and the movement. So if he's grabbing my wrist, I'm leaning back, right? I want to drive my elbow forward, so watch, step, step, and the elbow goes
Step,
forward.
step, drive. Step, step, pry, we'll call
Step,
it.
step, pry. Give me.
Step, step, pry.
No, I don't need you, sir.
Step,
we're doing
step,
a
pry.
solo demonstration. We have no bad guy potentially.
Everyone
We're
get with
grabbing
it.
our wrist and we're here. Everyone lean to your left side. Watch, we're gonna step, step. Watch my elbow. In and out, and the hands are up.
Nice.
Great, so starting this base.
Anita,
now,
that was
here's
great,
the
Anita.
key.
I saw that.
What I want you to watch, look how my hand stays in the same exact place within the sphere of the room. It stays still. As I move around my hand and here. That's what we want. So keeping the arm out, I'm extended, I'm leaning away left on my left side. Step in, drive the elbow, and back. Okay, think about, if you have to think about answering the phone. That's how deep we want to go into it. So we're here, step, step, elbow in, and back. Step, step, elbow in, and back. Keep it going, all on the same side here. Step, step, and back.
Looking
Here we
sharp.
go, step, step.
Footwork, let's see it, Carrie. Here we go.
Back. Beautiful.
Nice,
One more time
Calais.
on this side. We're going to switch sides here. Left,
Great,
right,
Shayla.
drive, and then moving back.
Excellent, Shayla.
Awesome. Let's try the other side. So now they're grabbing our left arm and we're leaning to the right. Leaning to the right here, okay? So now as I want to drive that elbow forward, what happens? My right foot steps in, then my left, and then I drive the elbow. And then I'll disengage, okay? So from here, I'm leaning back.
Lean back, where's that base? Let's see it, Isabella. Here we go.
Pry, and get distance.
Boom.
Okay?
Shuffle in.
Let's try it again. Shuffle, pry, and get distance. Try it again. Shuffle, pry, and get distance. Let's just keep doing all on this side. Here, and then we're driving back.
Nice. Good, Joe.
Arm is here. Shuffle in, and drive
Perfect.
back.
Let's see it, Monica. Base.
Shuffle in,
Nice,
and drive
Marina.
back.
Elbow
My
and get up.
quads are a
Perfect,
little
Monica.
burning
Good,
right
Yvonne.
now. Here,
Let's see it. Good, Marina.
and
Here we go,
driving
Marina.
back. Left arm is extended. Bring it in.
Base.
And back. Beautiful.
Boom.
All right, so that's the one-on-one. Okay, if they're grabbing you standard.
Excellent,
one-on-one.
Marina. I saw that, Marina. That was perfect. Watch this, you guys.
Now the challenge is if Henry grabs me with 2 hands instead of 1, if I try that same technique, it's gonna be tough. I can't get the angle, I can't get the pry, even though I'm trying to push my elbow forward. So I need backup. Watch, the hand comes in, I grab my own fist, and now I can shuffle closer. Watch my elbow pry all the way in, almost to the
Interesting.
sternum here, and now I can get distance. So it's the same exact angle that we
Interesting.
accomplished before,
So base.
but I just needed some help getting there. And I use this other hand. Watch, the same base.
Notice the timing, you guys, real quick. I just observed it. The timing between her grabbing of her own fist and her shuffling of her legs. Which order it happens in. Watch.
So I can be here, shuffle, and grab, right? So whatever you gotta do,
Well,
right?
I think
to
you did
reach.
last time you grabbed first. Do it again. So let me see.
Well,
let me see.
you could,
Make
but
your
here's
base.
the
Let me
problem.
see.
What if I'm here,
I know.
right?
Let me see your base
You might
first.
have to
Fine.
shuffle and grab.
Got it. And then from here, though, do you shuffle while you pry?
You could.
There you go. That's what I felt you did last time.
Got
Yeah,
it,
that's cool.
yes.
Okay.
So whatever you're gonna do to be able to get here, right? To
think,
grab
yeah.
your wrist. So it might require a shuffle first to get the hand, and then maybe even an extra shuffle to
That's
actually
true.
get it out.
You got to get in there.
We have to get as close as we need to in
Try-
order to get this
Make
angle
your
here.
base. Make your base. Try single shuffle first. Grab your fist. Watch. Watch. And then you shuffle and pry and disengage to make it easier like last time. I think so.
Sure, we can do that. So we're here, now they're grabbing with 2 hands.
Nice.
So our right arm's extended, we're leaning to our left. Watch, the left hand comes over, grabs our fist, and then we step, and pry, and now disengage.
Nice.
Awesome, so let's try that again. Using the left hand to support. So the right hand is extended, left hand comes up and over, grabs our fist, pry it in.
Shuffle
and
in.
now
Great, Joe. And
disengage.
come on out. Excellent. And when you guys,
Awesome.
Eve, when they pull the wrist out, everyone, just make sure that you're as committed to the elbow going forward more so than the hand going back. It's not about pulling. It's actually about pushing your elbow in. So even though you grab, don't think it's this. You're grabbing for this, and then you disengage, because that's what breaks my wrist. Look at my hands. When she does that, it hurts. I can't hold it. It folds my fingers and hyperextends my fingers in the grip.
Yeah, so
everyone,
I saw that. What should happen on the camera right now is my hand should be on the same place on your screen the entire time.
I love that.
So I come in, my hand does not move, right?
Interesting.
Now I can get away. But I didn't do this. Still
Right.
my hand moved that time, so almost like move around your fist. They're grabbing us, we're not gonna be able to move them, but we can move ourselves. So we're here, they have our fists leaning on our left side, the left hand comes over, grabs, shuffle in, and drive the elbow. And now
Nice.
disengage, hands up.
nice shuffle, pry, and
Beautiful. You
disengage.
guys make sure these shuffles.
Good, Melissa. I saw
know
that.
our legs are getting a little tired. It's a little bit of a workout. But the kind of deeper we are in our stance, the better base it is, right? Instead of being upright and shuffling this way. So try to bend your legs. Let's try it again. Hand is out, left hand comes up over the top, grabs, shuffle, shuffle, and now we disengage here. 2 more times, then we'll switch sides. Over the top, grab, shuffle it in, and now
Nice,
disengage.
JJ. Excellent,
Beautiful.
JJ. We saw it.
Last one, over the top, shuffle in.
Johanna, let's see. Make
And now
that
we
grab,
can disengage.
shuffle. Excellent, Johanna. Yes,
Great,
you
so
got
now
it.
switch sides. Switch sides.
Good, Melissa.
So now our left arm is being grabbed. We are leaning to our right side, establishing our base.
Nice, Karen.
Now
Great
our
base,
right
Karen.
hand comes in to save our sister hand here. We grab, now we shuffle and look left, right, drive. And now we can disengage.
Beautiful.
See it again. So we're here, over the top, shuffle in, and back. Here we go, over the top, grab the fist, drive, and we're disengaging. Nice. Over the top, nice how your hand should be staying in the same place. We're coming into it, elbow driving, and here, 2 more times, let's see. So we're leaning back, right hand comes over, grabs your fist, shuffle in, and now disengage.
Awesome, good Kathy.
Here we go, right hand comes over, grabs, shuffles in, and disengages here. Nice work.
Let's do it.
One more scenario. What if he grabs both hands? Okay,
Got
so now
it.
he's grabbing both of my hands, and if I try that same move at the same time, it's gonna be ineffective. If I try to push my elbow towards his, it's gonna be difficult. So instead, I want to pry one arm at a time. Using my back leg, watch, 1 and 2. Here. So he's got my fist, both of my fists, and now I stop in base. I get to choose my base at this moment. I'm right-handed, so my right foot goes back. My strong side is gonna go back. And now I'm gonna release my strong side first. So watch as my right elbow, which is my strong side, my body pivots and my elbow goes towards his elbow here. Look at that angle.
Look at that full rotation of her body. Elbow to elbow is the key, and her hand goes back to her shoulder. Sometimes people will do it where they try to put their elbow forward without thinking about this going back. So they should essentially reverse positions, like boom. So the elbow goes, but the hand comes right back to your own shoulder.
Right. So pivot our strong side first.
Back
elbow
side.
in, and now watch.
Look at the shoulders. A lot of rotation, ladies, on this one. It's like boom, boom. It's about the rotation more than the shuffle. Because the truth is, when someone grabs 2-on-2, it's not. If they really wanted to pull you with full force, they're going to go 1-on-1, and they're going to give 2 hands on it and really pull, which is much more of a base focus and function. When they grab with 2 hands, more of control, but there's less pulling necessarily than 2-on-1 tug of war, right? Because I have 2 separate grips that I'm trying to pull. So she'll make her base, but now it's all about her rotation that really gives her the power on each
1,
elbow
2.
to disengage. No one should be able to hold your wrist. No one should be able to hold your wrist.
I'm gonna try it with you. So I'm gonna do it one time facing you guys here. Now, if you're right-handed, which means if you could choose a side to punch somebody with, right?
Or slap them in your super slap.
Or to slap them, right? Or to super slap. Or to even hit a bat with if you've never done a super slap. Whatever side you like to bat with, that's gonna be your strong side. Mine is my right. So I'm gonna start with my right side back. If yours is left, you can do left. Arms are extended. We're leaning backwards here. And now watch as I pivot off my back leg. Look, pivot. It's my toe, my knee, and then my elbow. 1 and 2. Okay, let's just do that. We're not even gonna disengage yet. Just from here, 1 and 2. Try it again. We're here, driving off that back leg. 1 and 2.
Nice, Stephanie.
Right, back leg
Excellent.
first. 1 and 2.
Shayla looking
See it
sharp.
again.
Perfect, Shayla.
Pushing off that back leg,
Let's see it,
driving the
Paige.
elbow. 1 and 2.
Nice. Excellent. Rotate, rotate.
The rotation should come from our feet, our knees, and our hips.
Good, loose.
Here we go. Drive. 1 and 2.
Base.
Awesome. So now let's try that, and then we're going to incorporate the disengagement afterwards. So we're here. I'll even turn this way. They're grabbing me. My strong side is back. Right side. It goes 1, 2, and now we can push off, and hands are up. Okay, disengage. Let's try that again. So we drop into solid base. Strong side back. Strong side first. 1, 2, and driving backwards. Keep it going. Let's do 5 more times. Here we go. 1, 2, and push back. Okay. Drop into base. 2, 2, and push back. Here we go. Drop into base.
Nice.
3, 3, and push back. Here we go. Drop into base. 4, 4, and push back. Last one. Got our arms. 1, 2, and that's 5. Beautiful. So those are all of our wrist releases. Remember the basic concept, drive that elbow forward, go towards them, which is counterintuitive.
Yeah, the question is, what's the orientation of the hand that's being grabbed? So we'll get closer here so you can see. Just the one thing to keep in mind is that you want your thumb and your kind of that narrow part of your wrist to face the opening of my thumb, right? So Eve just doesn't want her hand facing this way. She wants her to turn her wrist within my grip. So we think about it as thumb to thumb. Eve's thumb should be facing where my thumb is trapping her wrist. So as long as you think thumb to thumb, you're gonna pry out the most effective way possible.
And effectively, essentially, eventually you do want to escape this way, which means your thumb is likely gonna be rotating up, right? So it's gonna be facing you as you go.
There you go.
Here we go.
What if they grab your hand instead of your wrist? No one's ever asked that.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not gonna pull someone by their hand. Look at this. If I grab her hand, I'm not gonna pull, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna grab her fingers and bring her here. I mean, you can use your knee and strip it real quick.
Yeah.
Boom, and you're out. boom, rip their hand right off. Now, if they shake your hand, and say, yeah, sure, what's up? What's up? Someone trying to be really aggressive and says, come with me. Like a handshake gone wrong, what you want to do is turn the hand south, reach under, grab the thumb, rip it straight off, and break the thumb in the process, and you're good to go. So if someone ever grabs your hand aggressively, you do a southward turn, you come under, you hook their entire thumb with all 4 fingers and go there. So a little south, she comes under, grabs my whole thumb, rips out. Make him let go.
I'll try this at home, guys.
God, that hurt. Okay, we're back. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Trap and roll, we're going to the ground.
We're going to the ground.
So he takes you down, or you lose your balance during the wrist release, you fall, boom, and you end up on the ground. There are many positions, ladies, that we can end up on the ground. This is called side mount, when I'm on the side. I could be inside her legs. This is called guard, when I'm inside her guard. Or I could have my legs over her legs. This is called mount. Worst case scenario for Eve, because I can reach her, but she can't reach the attacker. From this position, very disadvantageous. Yeah, have a seat, you guys. Very disadvantageous for her. So, dangerous position. My knees are around her body. It's called the mount. She can't reach, but I can. And if you don't know what to do from here, especially if they're striking you from here, you're gonna either try to strike back or just block. If she just blocks, she'll block 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe for a little while, but eventually I'm gonna get through, like water. Something's gonna penetrate and it's gonna get her, and she's gonna boom, 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 and before you know it, she's getting punched pretty badly from here. She also might roll over, which if I lose my balance, great. But if I stay on top, now I'm punching her from the back. It could be even worse than where she was previously. These are very common behaviors. They could be effective, slide down, but they could also be more challenging and actually burn energy in the process. So today we're gonna talk about how to escape from here. It's called trap and roll. We're gonna start with the punch block variation. Then we're gonna see 2 other variations that are very effective when this one doesn't work. Check this out. As soon as I mount, it's all about managing the distance and managing the damage. Watch. Look how close she is.
Here.
Boom.
I can strike if I need to, and I can disengage.
Let's reset that and give kind of some why that move works. Yes. Look, so as soon as I mount, if Eve stays down, she's gonna get punched, but she doesn't even give me a chance. She literally hugs the body. Now some of you are saying, wait, that looks familiar. We already did that during the warm-up. So as I take my hands off the ground to try to set it up, she's gonna use 2 feet flat on the ground and the pulling torso to force my hands to the ground. Once I stabilize, she's safe. I can't hurt her. And every time I sit up, she'll do it again. It's very frustrating. And then watch how she's gonna take her arms and she's gonna ratchet up my back as she slides north. From the north slide, now one hand's gonna take over the body hug, the right hand, and her left arm, the direction she's facing, is gonna come out, go over my arm, and then bend my elbow there as she can and bend it into her armpit. Now she's trapped that arm, and all she has to do left is trap my foot. Go again. She takes her foot and puts it over my foot. Look what's happening, ladies. My arm is trapped, my foot is trapped, and now she's gonna bridge off her other foot, bridging and reaching and rolling me over to where she ends up on top. Look at her knees, nice and wide. She's low in this position. She's not narrow. Narrow your knees. If she's narrow, she's tippable. Okay, so she's wide and low with her knees, and her arms are just kind of blocking my forearms and my biceps and my elbows with those blocks right there. Look how she's not using, can you see that right there? She's not using her hand to block my bicep.
Scoot back a little bit, actually.
She's not using her hand to block my bicep. Like that. You're not doing this. We're literally hooking. Everyone should make goosenecks with your hands, make big goosenecks, and put those behind the imaginary triceps like that. From here, she's gonna sit up on one side here, and that's where she throws the big elbow with the right hand to the face, right elbow to the body, brace the hips, and jump up and base, just like that. Okay, so everyone can lay down with your right side facing the camera, and Eve will kind of narrate it through it as you do it. Want to narrate for them?
Yep, absolutely.
Everyone lay down with your right side facing the camera.
Right side facing. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's do left side.
I agree. Left side facing the camera.
Left side facing the camera. Left side facing the camera. Here we go.
Yep.
Starting from, remember, they're in the mount position, which means you have a knee on either side of your hips. Okay, so the first step we already did. Look, sit up, grab, and then pull them back down. Great. So now we're here. Now we want to climb up his body. Look, I push off my feet, and look how I wiggle. I just keep climbing, actually. Let's just practice this. Look, I bring my feet in, and I walk my shoulders back. Feet in, walk my shoulders back. Keep going. Just practice this as far as you can.
Shoulder walk, little shoulder walk.
Turn around if you need to.
All the way to the kitchen. All the way to the kitchen, you guys.
Up, look. So look, my arm's gonna go up. I'm gonna reach, and then pushing off my feet, I walk my shoulders.
Nice,
my
Kaylee.
hands
Awesome.
are now over my chest.
Boom.
Look, the connection goes high, pushing off my feet. Look.
Yep, and then brace and jump.
Walk,
Reset it.
Walk. Great. So let's go back. Left side facing the camera here. Let's put those 2 steps together. Look, I sit up and I grab.
Sit up and hug.
Pull him down, keeping my chin tucked. Okay?
Head off the ground, ladies. Head off the ground. Looking great.
Head is
Good,
off
Sophie.
The ground. Pushing off my feet. Look, I can ratchet up his body, and I move my body up. Now I'm peeking up over his shoulder. Watch, right arm is gonna do a big wrap, a big bear hug around their body. Left hand comes up and over, look, up and over and bites down hard on their arm. Okay, just like kind of pinching your elbow to your rib cage here. Now we're gonna trap their leg, okay? Let's actually, bonus points, instead of just doing the trap, let's also make sure we untrap their other leg. Look, try this, both feet at the same time, boom. And now my left leg is angled out in the direction towards you guys. So I've got my arm here, this one's wrapped, and let's start over, and then we're gonna go from there. So let's try that again. From this position, they're mounted. Let's try it again. Everyone's gonna sit up and grab, pull them down.
Nice.
Now
Good.
ratchet up their body, arm goes up, look, push off your feet, walk your shoulders up. Now what? Big bear hug with the right arm. Left arm comes up and over and traps their arm. And now what do our legs do? We trap their leg. So now the arm is trapped, the leg is trapped, it's time to rock and roll, you guys. So when I do that, watch, my hips go, my right arm reaches, and as soon as I touch the ground on the other side, I can bring my body over. Now we're on top of the fight. Here we go. So now let's practice this ability to control someone's body from here. Remember those goose arms, right? The gooseneck here, no C grip, no thumbs. The thumbs are connected, everything is here, and I'm low. So knees are wide, my arms are low, they're wide here, my head is low here, and we're just controlling, just holding their arms in place, okay, while they potentially might be trying to strike us. And now we're gonna go for a strike, okay? So while we're holding this arm, maybe one arm in place, your strong side, bring your thumb to your chest. Look how I open up my chest here. Open it up. And now don't actually hit the ground. It might hurt, okay? But you can bring that elbow down as if you're gonna hit the ground.
Nice, Aki, perfect.
Rotating our grip, okay? Rotating your
nice,
thumb.
Yvette, perfect.
Here. Now we can come up with another
Patricia,
one.
looking
Imagine
great.
that you're hitting straight down the middle here. Both hands, now we're gonna stand up and base. Watch, it's a surfboard get up. Both hands on the ground, and watch as my strong foot goes behind, and my left foot goes up, and now we can disengage.
Good, Shayla, coming up, excellent, we're out of there.
We just did the trap and roll, punch block variation. Let's try that again. We're gonna put all the pieces together.
Epic, everyone looking great, you guys. Let's see it,
Everyone's
Tracy.
looking awesome.
Reset, let's do it, looking
So
sharp.
we're here. They're mounted on top of us. What's the first step? Manage the distance. Watch, we sit up and we hug them. We pull them down, our head is still connected. We climb their body, watch the arms, and watch the feet. I rock up, staying close. Okay, now big bear hug with the right arm. Left arm comes up and over and bites down their arm hard. We're gonna trap their foot. Look, the foot is trapped, the knee is angled out. Now we're ready to roll. Okay, bridge those hips. The right arm is reaching. Once it touches the ground, you can come over on top. Now we're on top of the fight. Okay, so remember the goose arms, those are down, knees are wide, and we're low, and we're just controlling. Low, 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 okay? It's time to strike. Bring that thumb to the chest, open up your shoulders towards me, and now bring that down, the strike, okay? Now the elbow up high, you can follow up with another one. Both hands go on their hips, and watch surfboard get up, strong side back, boom. And we're disengaging. Beautiful, you guys, this is looking great.
Awesome, you guys. Let's do the next one.
So the next scenario, which is rather than being able to sit up and hug, actually, should we show this one time?
Yes, yeah, sure.
So just a reminder of what we just did, right? The moment he mounts, what do I want to do? Sit up and hug. My head is connected to his body, I pull him down. So he can't punch me from here. Now I do what? Walk up his body, shimmy up, big bear hug, bite the arm, trap the foot, reach my arms and roll, right? Look, goose arms here, connecting. Once he stops trying to fight, elbow up,
boom,
elbow down.
boom.
Here, pushing off his hips, and we're disengaging, okay? So you all just did that. Now let's talk about the next scenario, which is that maybe I'm not able to sit up because he's controlling my wrists. Here.
Can't hug the body anymore. They got your wrist pinned, you guys. But here's the other thing. When someone pins your wrist, it's very demoralizing, but it's also very limiting. I can't punch her while I hold her wrist. I can't choke her while I hold her wrist. I can't do anything with my hands while I hold her wrist. So even though it's very frustrating to be trapped there, know that strikes could be worse. And now we have to look at the situation and ask ourselves, how can we free our wrists without getting punched? Okay, that's the question. And if you just try to fight against my gravity and my energy here, I have too much leverage, too much gravity.
And I'm going to exhaust myself very quickly trying to fight this.
So instead, take it back to the warm-up drill. Hips high, hands low. Look, boom! Hug, climb the tree, rinse and repeat. Everything else is the same right there.
Everything
Boom.
else, we roll on top. Now we're on top of the fight.
Check it out, you guys. Wrists are pinned. I feel safe right now. But here's the thing. These are, not only are these immobilizing Eve, they're also my base point. So what Eve needs to do is take my base point out of the way while simultaneously bumping me, causing me to fall on my face. Rather than face planting, I will every single time release her grip and catch myself. And when I do that, when I release and catch myself, that's when she immediately hugs the body and everything else is the same. So you guys already know the move and you already did the warm up. The key is hips high, hands low. So big bridge.
And the time I'm moving it
Boom.
slow. And then right away, I close the distance. I sit up and hug.
Okay, let's do it.
So we're gonna do this solo. Left side facing the camera.
Let's do it, guys. Everyone get down.
So remember that Madonna move? We're gonna start there. Look, arms are at 90 degrees, pinned to the ground, wrists are pinned to the ground. My feet, bring your feet as close to your hips as possible so we can do an explosive bridge. Not like a, I'm just bridging right now, like a pow. Okay, we're gonna bridge as high as we can. At the same time, the arms are gonna come down over towards our heels here, okay? So that big bridge, and look, I turned my head. You guys are doing this solo, so it's not that much of a concern, but just know, if they don't let go, right? If we were gonna do this and they forget to let go, they are gonna face plant right on top of you. So it's gonna be way more comfortable to turn your head and have them land here than to land straight on your nose. So that's the purpose of turning our head at the same time. So here we go. You guys can join me here. Left side to the camera, arms are 90 degrees. You guys bridge like your life depends on it. Boom, up, turning our heads, nice. And then right away, watch my hips come down. I sit up and hug. Push them down, pull them down, and now climb the tree. Watch the ratchet. I walk my shoulders up. Big bear hug, right arm is bear hugging. Left arm is trapping the arm. And now the feet are trapping the legs. Reaching with my right arm, watch as I bridge. Now I'm over on top. Top of the fight, controlling their arms. Remember, thumbs are glued to your fingers, everything is low, and now you decide it's time to strike, okay? Time to disarm them so that we can escape. Thumb to our chest, turning our shoulders, and then rotating that arm and bringing it down. Elbow down. Can follow up with a secondary strike, right down the middle. Both hands go on the hips or on the ground, and strong side back. We're disengaging. Looks beautiful, you guys. So fun. Okay, let's try that again, and then we're gonna talk about one more variation when even that does not work, okay? Arms are low, arms are pinned, wrists are pinned, arms are at 90 degrees, feet are close to the hips, and we go. Hips up, hands down, head to the side. Sit up and hug. Bring them back down.
Nice.
Push up our feet, walk your body up. Big bear hug with the right arm, left arm traps the arm. Legs are trapped, bridge and reach. Here we go. Arms are controlling, we're low, knees are wide, and now thumb to the chest.
Boom. Let them have it.
Boom.
Nice. Good, Nikki.
Hands
Coming
on
up.
the ground.
Beautiful.
And feet are back.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Cool.
Very good. Yes.
Okay. Excellent, you guys. So the next one is potentially, their hands are out, so maybe Eve did hug the tree.
Well, maybe, yep, we hug the tree, I climb the tree, I wrap the tree, I try to trap his arm, and now I'm not able to pull his arm down because his arm is just kind of out at an angle and it's stuck.
Yeah, the ability to wrap their arms is really a function of how much weight is on their hands, how stiff their elbow is, how much heavier they are. But if I try to punch her in the face, then she can wrap my arm. You see how interesting? That my attempt to punch her would actually make my arm more wrappable than my just simply posted arms. So in this case, when she hugs the body and she gets close, if I'm really just keeping my weight on my hands, it is hard to wrap the arm. So watch what she does. She'll try, fail, and then quickly drop and pop. Boom. And then same thing, boom, boom, and boom.
Strikes and we're up.
Okay, so what happens is on this wrist right here, the hand that's posted on the ground, if Eve tries to wrap my arm, it's pretty posted because you're trying to push it inward, right? But if she understands that two hands can go on the inside and pop it away, it's much easier to unwedge. Think about this like a tent pole. If you try to push the tent pole in, it gets stuck, that's the whole point. But if you push it away, it unwedges from the ground much easier on the way out because there's not the same leverage and kind of mechanical positioning here, right? So she uses two hands and pushes away. Look how her hands are.
Look, I push away, and now I can bring it back to my chest. Now I'm gonna control his arm. I do a monkey grip on his wrist.
No thumb on the grip, ladies.
No thumb.
So monkey grip is hooking deep with the gooseneck right there on the wrist.
On his wrist, watch my elbow. It pins down to my rib cage, so I'm holding his wrist in place. The other arm rotates. I'm looking at my palm, and I grab the back of his elbow or his tricep here. Okay, at the same time, I can trap his foot. So now, what do we have again? One arm trapped, one foot trapped, and as I bridge my hips, he cannot post his arm out. and over we go. Now we're on top. Same thing. Control, strike if we need to, and get up.
So everyone's down.
So
imagine hugging the tree.
Down again, left side facing the camera. And let's even practice this, right? Imagine you sit up and hug. You pull them down. You walk your body up. Big bear hug. And now you go to trap the arm and it doesn't work. The arm does not trap. So we release, and now watch this, double C grips, okay? If your left side is closest to me, then you're gonna want your left side closest to the ground, right? So my left C grip, look, double C grips are here. C grips with a thumb. And I'm gonna push it up and around. Just try that one time, just do this, everyone. Push it up and bring it around to your chest. Try that again. Starting on your left side, bring it up and around to your chest. Okay, now that we're back to our chest, let's practice this. Look, right hand, monkey grip, elbow down to our rib cage, left hand, C grip on the back of the elbow. Okay, let's go back. So we're here, let's try to unwedge the arm. Double C grips on our left side, unwedge, bring it around to your chest. Now transition, right hand, monkey grip, elbow tight, left hand, C grip, back of the elbow. Now what? Trap the leg. Leg is trapped. Now bridge our hips and roll, 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 roll over the shoulder. And now we're on top of the fight. We go back to controlling the fight, controlling their arms with those goose arms here. Control, low, low, low. Elbow up, strike. Strike as many times as you need. Both hands on the hips, and we're up. Great.
Reset.
Looking good, you guys. So let's see, can we, let's maybe tie those together. Let's tie these techniques together. I mean,
let's show them how it might look together.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with our wrist pin. Okay, wrist is pinned. I bridge my hips, hips go up, I sit up and hug. Now we do what? Climb the tree here. Head is connected, big arm wrap. Now look, I try to trap his arm, it's not happening. So now what? I release his body, double C grips, and I unwedge it, bring it to my chest. Now monkey grip, C grip, trapping the leg, and I bridge. And now I'm on top. Everything here, strike, strike, and we can get up and base. Okay, so we're gonna do that together right now. That encompasses all three techniques that we just learned in a sequence, assuming that one or two of them does not work. So we are down. Their knees are over on top of us, and they're pinning our wrist down. Everyone down left side to the camera here. Here we go. We're gonna pick up the speed on this one a little bit. You guys got it. Bridge our hips. Here we go. Bridge the hips, hands down. Sit up and hug. Pull them down. Use your feet. Walk your body up. Big bear hug. Try to trap the arm. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Now release. Double C grips on the left side. Unwedge and bring it around to your chest. Right hand, monkey grip. Left hand, C grip, and trap that foot. Bridge, 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 bridge. Over your left side. Hands are low. Controlling, controlling, controlling. Thumb to your chest and strike. Strike as many times as you want. Hands on the hips, and we disengage. Awesome, you guys. So great. Let's do it again. Or should we do an all-encompassing drill?
I think you should wrist release, and then you lose your balance after boom, 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 come down, trap and rolls, yeah.
Okay, well, let's show me.
Let's do it.
Show me.
Okay, so we'll do
So this is what it's gonna look like if you had an actual partner doing it with, but we're gonna do it solo. So imagine he grabs my wrist, I establish my base, I come in, I disengage here, and I fall. Just in time, I disengage, and now he mounts. Right away, I sit up and hug. Okay, I climb the tree. I try to trap the arm, it does not work. So I come down, oh no, he pins my wrist. So now I go, bump, and here we go. I sit up and hug again. This time I try, and still does not work. Now I come in and unwedge his arm, control, now we're on top. Okay, here, control, control, wait. No rush. I'm on top of the fight. I could be here all day, you guys. No rush. Boom, there we go. And now we're up in base. Hey, watch it. Oh gosh, you guys, next lesson. Next lesson here. Okay, guys, master cycle. So let's do that solo.
Let's go. So keep standing up. So everyone base, two-handed, two on one.
We start standing up. Someone pulls our wrist. What happens? Strong base. Okay, they're grabbing your right arm. We're leaning back. The other hand comes in. We pry it out. We try to get away, but we trip and we fall. Okay, we fall, and we end up on the ground with them mounted on top of us. Right away, we snap and hug and get close. Pushing off our feet, pull them down, okay? Ratchet up their body, walk your body north. Big hug, arm trap, and foot trap. Now we're reaching and bridging. Oh, it doesn't work. I forgot. We tried to secret, we tried to move it over, and now they went to the double wrist pin, okay? Double wrist pin here. Now we're gonna bridge our hips, big bridge, arms low, head to the side, we sit up, we try it again. Bring them down, okay? Now this time, we really believe in it. We try to trap the arm, still does not work. So now we go double C grips. Unwedge the arm, bring it to our chest, monkey grip, C grip, and trap the legs. Now we bridge, 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 over our shoulder. Arms are low, we're
nice,
finally on
Johanna.
top. No rush,
Awesome.
you guys. Take a deep breath.
Stay
If
low.
you're out of breath,
Spread
no
your
worries.
knees wider. Low hips, knees
Stay
wide.
low.
Stabilize your knees.
Okay, you're just controlling from the top. And when you feel ready, thumb to the chest, drive down, another strike, both hands in front, strong side back, and we're getting away. Oh, you guys.
Nice,
we did
Carissa.
it. We did it.
Epic.
That was awesome.
Awesome. Come on in and have a seat, you
We
guys.
have some questions, yes.
Questions? Now's the time. Can you use the S grip when hugging the back? Yeah, when you wrap the person's torso and you lock your hands, you can use an S grip, you can use a wrist grab, no problem.
Whatever, you can even grab onto their shirt.
Yep.
Whatever you can do to stay close.
What's the difference between using surfboard get-up and a standard base get-up?
Good
Right.
question.
Yeah, so standard base get-ups are more designed in free space when you're getting up on your own. You create the perpendicular, right? When you're inside someone's leg though, your hands are both right here. All you need to make sure is that you get up in one, because if she were to get up square base right now, open, jump up with your legs square. It's awkward because my legs stay on top. Go back. That's why she has to stay facing me with her shoulders, but her legs at an angle on the way out so that she's not getting her legs trapped under my legs.
And I can keep him, I'm holding him in place at the same time, right? Our traditional base get-up, right? There's two ways to do it. One is here, right? The other is our hands go to one side. But if I'm here, I don't want my hands to go to one side to get up. Now he can follow me. So it's like I'm holding him in place.
Shoulders stay
His
square, hips stay sideways when she jumps up. See that?
Holding
That's-
him just one last moment, and now
Which
we're-
is how you get up on a surfboard,
And
right?
here's the thing, it actually is a base get-up.
It is still.
They're all base get-ups. They're just all
But they're not
different
standard,
angles.
that's correct. Next question.
What if he tries to sit up while you're mounted?
What if he tries to sit up while you are mounted? Let me see. You're not mounted on me, obviously.
Right.
So if I try to sit up in what sense? Like this?
So-
Is it after the trapping roll?
Or maybe from the guard, maybe while maybe
not-
that's what they mean. So when I end up here, when I end up on top, now I'm in his guard.
Yeah, she's
right?
not mounted on me.
So I'm not mounted on him because I'm kind of in between his legs. So now I'm in his guard here, right?
So-
now you're saying, what if he sits up, right? That was the point of this, right? To control him. Now he
I
could
can't.
sit up, and
She
I
drives
can
me
kind of
down.
drive him down with my shoulder. So part of it, this is to prevent punches, right? And it might prevent a little bit of the ability to sit, but if not, I'm driving.
So
the
yeah,
enemy
she has the ability, when someone's inside the guard, she can stop me from sitting up pretty easily by driving her weight on me. Cool. All right. Next
That's
question.
correct.
What happens if he has your other wrist trapped?
During the
It was at 6:37.
6:37, they said, what happens if he has your other wrist trapped? Maybe grabs the, no, it couldn't be standing.
No, it was on the ground.
Other wrist?
Who asked that? And maybe they can clarify.
Candace.
Would you mind clarifying?
Yeah, I was wondering. I think I figured it out though, because it would be if you're going to grab their arm, and you would go back into the double pull down and hip thrust. I think instead of it going like, I guess it was when you were down and you go to do the C grip.
Yes.
To do the C grip, but if they've got your other arm and you can't do that, you would go back into the hip raise.
Yes, which is called the wrist pin variation. That's correct. Anytime your wrists are pinned, Candace, you have to understand that wrist pin is immobilizing, but it's also their base point. So if you can move that base point and thrust at the same time, they'll let go of your wrist. Great observation, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing to think about is that when they're putting pressure here, when you do this arm is now holding their weight, right? The other hand is holding their weight. So for them to transition from this to grabbing that arm and taking it off is unlikely. It makes sense when you're kind of doing it slowly that might present as an option, but you just took out their base point. So what is their other arm doing? Supporting their base point, right? Just little things to consider when it's done in kind of full speed there.
Okay, everyone sit
question.
down,
Thank
cross
you.
your legs and close your eyes. Let's get a comfortable position here. Sit down, get a comfortable position here. You want to ride or me? Okay, everyone's get comfortable. Let's breathe in through your nose all the way to the top, and then we're going to exhale on the 10 count. In, all the way up, and then come all the way down to your mouth, all the way to the bottom. Excellent. So you get out of your car. The second you get out of your car, you don't even see them. Someone just grabs you by the wrist and rips you violently. You lose your balance initially because it's so shocking that it happened out of nowhere. They grab your wrist, they pull you. Immediately you try to stabilize and make your base to do your wrist release. Your base is solid, but the ground has a little bit of a, how do you say, concrete, gravelly texture. So you're not able to stay stable in your base. You're literally sliding like it was on ice almost, and they're pulling your wrist. You make eye contact, you see this is a guy trying to pull you now, and you notice that it seems like he's pulling you towards his vehicle, which is only 5-10 feet away. So he's pulling. In the process, you can't do it, so you deliberately slide yourself down. Instead of staying standing for the wrist release, which you can't stabilize your base, you lay down on purpose so that he can't drag you into the back of his vehicle. So now you're on your back. He hates it that you did this, so he instantly jumps into the mount position. The moment he mounts, you close the distance, you hug the torso. And now you're like, wow, this ground, this gravel is pretty uncomfortable on my lower back. But I'm here holding on for dear life, and all you can think of is, I don't care how uncomfortable this gravel is, I'd rather be down here and not be getting punched or abducted than otherwise. So you're hugging their torso, you're keeping your head close. And now he's trying to make posture to sit up, and every time he sits up, you push off your feet and you slam his hands back to the ground. And you slam his hands back to the ground. So he can't find the distance for a proper strike. You're staying close. After 3 or 4 of those cycles, eventually he stops trying to sit up so much, his hands are posted. You climb the tree just a little bit, and you take your left arm and you wrap over their arm and you bite it in your armpit. You got him locked. At this point, you're shocked by how easy it was to lock that arm. You're like, wow, that was much easier than in practice. You pinch that arm nice and tight in your armpit, you trap one foot, you untrap the other foot, and then you bridge up in the direction of that trapped arm. You roll them straight over, you guys. The moment you roll them over, you expect to lay low and block the biceps and throw your elbow strikes, but you can't. Immediately, he pushes up from underneath you, he kicks out from beneath you, and he scurries out from underneath you so quickly and gets away. He runs away because at this point, he's already assessed the threat, and he said it's not worth, the amount of work that I'm putting into this is not worth being caught. So he runs back into his vehicle, goes around his car, gets back in, drives us as quickly as possible. But again, you capture the license plate because you're so calm and so present. And then of course, people come running out of the grocery store, they hear the commotion, you call the cops, they find him at his house and the van. Excellent, you guys, congratulations. So, how interesting, right? You got pulled, you couldn't stabilize your base because the ground was so stable. So in the moment you say, man, if I can't make base to avoid abduction, I'm gonna throw myself on the ground to avoid abduction, which is a very valid strategy, right? Who are the hardest kids to take to bed? The little 4-year-old who just lays down and starts kicking and being wild on the ground. You can't take that guy, he doesn't wanna go to bed, he's not going to bed.
We know from experience.
There you go, we know. So using the ground is an ally, particularly when you feel comfortable that on the ground, you have the resources to protect yourself as you guys are investing in. So you're good to go. Excellent. And you feel the gravel, you got scratched up, bruised shoulder, scratch here, bruised there. Totally fine, you guys. Bruised but not beaten. Bruised but safe. All right.
Awesome.
Let's congratulate someone.
Congratulate Lou on her 4th strike.
Bring her into the party.
Let's highlight Lou.
Tracy, where's our friend Lou? We got to find her. Lou, put a hand somewhere. We got to see where you are.
Where is Lou?
I want to say, oh, there she is, top left. You guys, this is Lou, and she's awesome, and she's been doing Women Empowered here in-house for many, almost more than a year now. And this is her 4th stripe qualification today, so she's wrapping up Women Empowered. Soon she'll be getting ready to test for her pink belt, and we look forward to that, Lou, after this is all passed over and we get you back in here. So keep up the great work. Thank you for tuning in today. Awesome work. Everybody else, great stuff today, you guys. Great techniques, great questions. Today was awesome questions. Lesson number 2 on the books. We tracked everyone's progress. We have all of your cards here. We're tracking every class you guys do. And then we're going into lesson number 4 on Saturday. Saturday morning, lesson number 3. Lesson number 3 on Saturday morning. We look forward to seeing you guys there. All right, you guys. Fit Jitsu starts in exactly 7 minutes. Okay? So we invite you to join us in that party.
Do you want to encourage anyone who's first time to say hi?
Yes. If any of the women, I do want to do this. If any of the women who are joining us for their very first class today, you've never done a Zoom class with us, you've never done anything with us.
Never done jiu-jitsu with us.
And
ever,
today's your
or-
first time with us and you're joining us on
And
the
you've
Zoom.
never done jiu-jitsu at a CTC.
So first time students, stay with us. We're going to talk to you for 3 minutes. Everybody else, you guys can wrap up and tune out right now so I can talk to them privately for 2 or 3 minutes
Or
before
join
we
us
start
for Fit Jitsu,
next
yep.
class. We'll see you guys in Fit Jitsu. Another link. Go click on it. Thanks, guys.